Let me have a look at QANX for you. QANX, I don't even know how you pronounce it. Get rid of these. All right. Quickly have a look at this monthly candle. Oh gosh, it's not a good monthly close. It's not great. Last month was bad. December month was bad because it's a bearish reversal candle. Fortunately, the reason why it's a bearish reversal candle is because it closed. You got this selling tail in the high, increasing volume, and you close less than 50% of this previous month body. So it wasn't a great candle. So if I was to do a fib pull on that month, you'll see, let me do it on the body actually, not on the full candle. Actually, it didn't close 50%. Let me have a look. Let me do it on the body. So it's the body you do when you're looking for closes. You're doing the fib pull on the body, not on the wick to wick. Yeah. So just a lot of people don't realize that, and so they don't understand how to do it. So basically, what am I saying? The candle, this red candle, closed underneath 50% of the fib pull on the previous candle, body only, not from wick to wick, only the body. Yeah. And if I do a fib pull from the body only, then you'll see that the close was under 50%. So that's not bullish. That's a bearish close. If it was bullish, it would close above 50%. If it was bearish, it closes under 50%. Right? And so that was a bearish close. Compounding that with the wick, the selling tail above, and the increasing volume, that was a bearish candle. Right? Now, it doesn't mean bulls couldn't have stepped in and pushed it higher, but they didn't. They sold. And so naturally what you have is the beginning of a monthly reversal pattern. The beginning, you've got this candle, and then this candle. Still hasn't closed underneath the previous month wick. Yeah, so there is still a little bit of hope, but not much. Not much hope. And the reason why you don't have much hope is because of the increasing volume. Yeah, you don't have decreasing volume into the lows, you have increasing volume into the lows. So if you had a decreasing volume into the lows, that would be it would be a good sign, because that would be a bearish descent, a bullish descent. Yeah, decreasing volume is a bullish descent. Increasing volume is a bearish descent. So you have a bearish descent, increasing volume. Yeah, increasing volume, decreasing price, that's bearish. And we've absolutely closed underneath a key monthly level there. So you've closed underneath that monthly level, which means that monthly level, which should have held a shitload of liquidity, has been traded through. So there's no more liquidity now. You've taken the liquidity from that level, and you're running out. We're running out of liquidity at the lows here. So there's a few problems with QANX at the moment, unfortunately. I was interested in a trade, but actually now looking at it, there's no point longing now, because all I need to do is wait for the price to get above the monthly level, back test it, and I can long higher up. It's not much of a distance to long right now, higher up. At least then I know I'm longing on a reclaim of an important level on a sign of strength, which is what you want to do. Yeah. So technically you're waiting for a reclaim of that monthly level, and then you can think about entering for a long, and you don't really have to, it's only 15-16%. You're not going to long now when you can long 50% higher and be certain that you're longing on strength and then on the support. That would be a better entry. So right now you're either longing higher with strength and on a back test of a reclaim of a level, or you're looking for lower. That's always there's two ways to long: strength or lower. Now, I was interested in a swing failure of this level here, but that trade has played out because you had an SFP, the price went up, and then it was sold into immediately. Yeah. So someone traded that, probably because they watched my stream, and they would have taken 15%, 16% of that trade. Yeah. You see how that candle last week, it went up 15-16% just on that swing failure. So that trade is now executed. I didn't take it. I got the signal, but I didn't take it because, you know, I'm not trading like everything. I plan trades, but I don't take every trade. But that was a successful trade if I had taken it. Let me see if it's still here. Let me see what these are. It's rubbish. Probably should get rid of them. Yeah, you see, golden pocket. See, have it there. Golden pocket, swing failure. That was the trade. Anyone who took that trade should have taken profit, and their invalidation will probably be here now, right? That being said, we are still holding the golden pocket, so it's still not crazy bearish. There's a few golden pockets. Yeah. And you have a GAN fan there. Yeah, that's the golden pocket of interest. That's the one. Yeah, you can. The problem is you came into a really gigantic big golden pocket into these highs, and that was the launch price as well. The problem with going up now is that you could be forming a head and shoulders. You've got to be aware of that. So even though you want a long higher up, you don't want to get caught on the right shoulder of a head and shoulders pattern. That's another problem. Do you know what I mean? So again, it's hard. It's hard because look at that. It's clearly looking like a head and shoulders pattern now. Huh? That's pretty scary for most people. Goes up and then it goes down. It did that before. See, it did that before. It kind of did that before. So that's quite scary, yeah? The pattern's quite scary. This, you know, this downtrend has not broken. When I'm looking at it, you still have a really nice downtrend. It hasn't broken yet. It'd be easy to see if it breaks because you're making lower highs. You see how you're just making lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. It'd be very easy to see if this downtrend breaks, and you'll just get a close, and it has to be a close. It can't be a wick, because a wick could, you got a wick here. See that candle? You got a wick above that level and it went down. You don't want a wick, you want a close. So what you really want as a first sign of reversal is a nice close above this monthly level. I think that would be the first sign of a change. That's what you're looking for, a change now. Yeah. Once you get that change, you can look for entries to long, if that's what you're looking for, if you're looking to long this. But until you get that change, I would really be careful, because we could be heading for lower. You know, you could be heading for this low now. And then you're heading lower, because you have a lot of, you know, like, I know this was a hack, and the money, the value was recompensated 1-to-1, but the reality is that even though this behavior is explained, you still have volume level gaps that form when the price moves like this. So you could be going down to the value area high of this previous range. This previous range is correct. It was just these two candles that were incorrect, so I just ignored them. But you could be going down to test this previous range. Why not? Why not? Why wouldn't you do that? And so you can mark those off. Value area low. You don't need the value area low, so because it's right next to the point of control, you could just put it on the point of control. Point of control. Let's do a, again, it's hard to do a full volume pull. Let's just do it to that candle. Yeah, so that point of control is your entry, really. If we go down, you want to enter on that POC, basically. And then let's see this range here, not this big candle, the rest. So look, so this is quite interesting. So right now, not this big long green candle, I'm ignoring that because of the unusual price action, because of the hack. So from this red doji, I'm looking at the 3-day chart. From this red doji to current price action, you can see that the price is now fallen underneath the value area low. Yeah. So the first thing you need to look for, if you're looking for a long, is a sign of strength. And the sign of strength would be acceptance back into this value area low. And in my mind, I want to see a close above this monthly level that I've marked. I see that you can long again, but again, you have to be careful, because right above us we have a point of control, and it's got quite high volume on it comparatively compared to the whole range. So even if you were to long on some kind of sign of strength, you can't expect the price to just walk through that point of control without seeing resistance. It just doesn't work like that. And I can't see any fibs. It would be nice if the golden pocket was there, but it's not. So I don't know. But still, it's a volume level. Like, I wouldn't just, with volume levels, I don't ignore them. I always pay attention. So you have to bear that in mind. So even if you did take a trade, you may look to take profit at the point of control, depending on how you enter. Depending on you seeing a sign of strength, you still have to take profit at the point of control. But ideally, I think the price action is looking a little bit weak. And so naturally, I think the better trade is down here. And you have a bit of a range. I don't know where the price is going to stop. But ideally, you want it down here in the point of control. And honestly, I wouldn't mind doing this. I wouldn't mind taking these lows as well. Maybe not all the way down here, but maybe down here. Yeah. It's a hard one because I know the project is bullish, and I know that there's a lot of coming on in the horizon, like the test net and all that kind of stuff. And it's hard because you can be bullish, but the price action is still bearish. You know, like what do you do? And you know long term that this project is probably going to pump very hard, and a lot of liquidity is going to pour into this project, but you need a plan for how to enter, and you need to stick to the plan. So I think you can either just keep on accumulating, and if at the moment I think because it's still showing a lot of lower time frame red candles, I think probably you're looking at red monthly candles, so you're kind of periodically, the period is a bit wider. Maybe every month you take a little bit, you take a little chunk out of it, and you're just dollar cost averaging in, or just wait for lower. It's not a big deal. Wait for lower, or wait for a little bit of change to this behavior. Just wait for this behavior to change. This behavior that I'm looking at now, you can see it's very symmetrical, and it'll be very easy to see a change right now. It'll be very easy to see a change. So I think just wait for the behavior to change, and I think the first thing that I would be looking for is a nice close above here on the daily time frame. Once you get that, as a trader, I would have an invalidation. You'd have to take profit at the point of control, and then you could potentially trade it all the way back up to that wick. That's the trade. I don't know if this is going to go to the moon at the moment, because I think what I'm seeing is because of this price action behavior here of this hack, I don't know if people are going to just, like bigger investors will let this play out a little bit longer. I think a lot of people will just let this play out a little bit longer. They'd want to see like a longer term consolidation. You know what I mean? Like they want to see that this price is steady regardless of all this thing. Like this is too soon, I think. It's a bit too soon. When did it happen? September, you know. It happened just before October. That's detrimental, huh? That's terrible. It's a shame, huh? So that kind of price action scares people off, even if there's an explanation. It's still quite scary. So I think this is what I'm looking for. And I think with these like small liquid tokens, it's very hard to imagine that the value area high is going to hold. So ideally I'd be looking to catch the point of control here. That would be a really good entry. From where we are now, it's another 50% down. It's the same with TRVL, you know. I mean, I think TRVL is a little bit more bullish, to be honest with you.